Halle Berry is absolutely furious that Drake used her picture of her getting slimed for the cover of his song. I believe it's the single. It's not for the album. Also, side notes, phenomenal rollout to this album. He has held the conversation about the album coming out for how long?
Month and a half.
At least a month or a month and a half.
Yeah.
He's just controlled the conversation. And I'm like, as long as you can milk it, you milk it, because you can always drop the album and then all those people that were excited are gonna go listen. They're gonna listen once the album drops. We know that for a fact. So it's how long can you get people listening, or no, talking about it, helping you promote it, speaking it to their friends without you actually dropping. A month and a half is fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And also having like the IQ or the EQ to know what the energy is.
Yeah.
Are people talking about it? Okay, let's drop something. Oh, it's good. Let's coast for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when the album eventually drops, it'll be the right time.
Yeah.
But not being so locked into an exact date that you
So what
lose out
makes
on
the
way.
right time? Does it have to be the peak of the people talking about it? I don't think it does.
Nah, I think they calculate a few things, like who else is dropping that weekend, if all the clearances for the samples. That
so
usually
there's still
pushes
work being done.
Yeah, that usually pushes things back a lot.
Got it. Yeah, because he said somewhere, he's like, I could either stop doing some shows and finish this album, or we could push the album back. And I don't want to cancel the shows.
Yeah.
So
And who's gonna want you to cancel the shows?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's just really, this is a really interesting rollout to control the conversation for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, it's hard to hold energy for a week.
But
It's hard.
he's Drake, bro.
Hey, Drake. No, really, really well done. Okay, but what we're really talking about this is Halle Berry thing. Is she really mad? Is she fake mad? Should she be mad?
Didn't he ask her and she said no?
No, she's saying he never asked her permission.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah, I'm like,
You should be mad.
Sorry again?
She should be mad.
but does she own the picture?
That's the thing. I don't even know if it's up to her to get the permission. Unless he smashed. It kind of makes me feel he smashed. Because otherwise, why would he call her? Does he have your number? Are you guys talking? Is there a personal connection?
He's Drake. He can get in contact with anyone if he needs to.
No, I'm saying I don't think Halle's at the level where he would talk to her like that.
I mean, she's a legend.
She's Halle.
Yeah.
She's a legend, but that's more like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nah,
that's Halle.
that's Halle, bro.
Yeah, that's
She still
Halle-
looks great,
Halle
first of
Berry.
all.
Halle
Second-
Stunningly beautiful. She's stunningly
Second of all,
beautiful.
that's the icon. That's the icon, maybe.
Getting slimed up.
It's slimed
Yeah.
out. That pig is kind of fire.
I mean,
It is crazy from the back too.
yeah. Slime from the back.
Nah, that was Mexican alien cum right there.
Oh, is that what that
yeah,
was?
that's why she's upset.
Tastes a little spicy.
But
Yeah, we got to talk about them Mexican aliens, but yeah. So what's the thing? I mean, this is just great for him. More controversy, more people talking about it, more things. Of course, he's not going to
And
ask
if it's
you.
called For All the Dogs, he's being a dog.
There you go.
Yeah. Also, her criticism was not that bad. It was like, man, for someone I respect, I wish you asked.
yeah,
I was like, that's a very like.
But also, if she says anything, it's news.
Yeah, it's
TMZ's
correct.
picking it up.
Yeah.
It's more marketing. It's almost like Halle, he can't ask. He can't ask because by not asking, you'll talk about it and then create news. If he puts it out and he asked me, he was so sweet and polite and kind, and he offered me royalties, and he's just the best person. No news story at all.
Yeah. I think, didn't Kanye kind of do that with the Famous, the music video?
With it had all the people in it.
Everyone in the
Taylor's
bed.
in it. Trump is in it. Yeah.
And like, it just, if you're in the video, it's like, what's your comment? What do you have to say about you being in this very famous
And
video?
everyone commented.
Either they comment or they don't comment, and then, what does the not comment mean? What's going on? It's just like you're just pulling people into your orbit.
and Drake did this with the 21 album rollout when he did the fake Vogue cover. And then Vogue was really upset about
sued
that,
him.
and then they sued him, and so that was a whole big story
Yeah.
around the album. So
That's fantastic.
You're just big enough now that pulling people into his orbit is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, something to think about, man. The rollout is really impressive.
Right, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's just really, really impressive. And I wonder if other artists try to create something similar. Also, it helps that he's already touring. This is another thing that I thought was interesting. I figured you drop the album a few months before you go tour, and then you tour that album plus your old stuff. But he starts the tour and teases the album during the tour. Now you're teasing the album during peak conversation about you already because you're touring. So you're not even worried about touring this album just yet. And I wonder if that's because you'll never tour an album again. When people go see a Drake show, they need to see this. They need to see all the things.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna just tour your little album.
Yeah.
You gonna play the hits.
Yeah.
So if he's going, maybe he's going, well, if I gotta play the hits no matter what, it don't matter when I drop.
Yeah. And if there's bangers on this one, they want to see it on the next tour.
And if there ain't, people are less inclined to buy tickets for the tour because they're like, oh, I didn't like this album. Is he touring this album?
I didn't even know musicians just toured albums like that. I thought they were always playing hits because there's so much replay value for fans.
What they usually would do back in the day is tour the majority of the new album plus a couple bangers. But it would be the
Okay.
Yeah, now I think it's flopped. They're like flip-flop. So it's like now it's
majority
the
of back
bangers
catalog.
and then a couple from the new track. But I think
Is that
it
for
would,
Drake or everyone?
everyone pretty much.
Like for example, Beyonce is doing the old songs that are the super smash hits, but she is doing the majority of this new album. And that was Taylor from Brilliant Idiots. She was bothered by that. She's like, I kind of wanted more of the hits.
Yeah.
I didn't want all of this album because you might not fall in love with this album just yet.
Yeah. It takes time to fall in love with an album a lot of times.
And it might just not be your best album.
Yeah.
So what protects the tour is knowing that they're going to go see the whole show.
It's just a Drake show. You're coming to see Drake.
And forever it will be Drake.
And I think it would be a mistake if you drop an album while on tour because the tour set track, everything is like planned out. And to change something this late in the game, and what happens if one song super slaps?
Oh, wow. So what you're saying, which I think is genius, what you're saying is that he was never going to put the album out in the first place.
Correct.
100%.
I think so.
And that makes perfect sense. Of course, why would you put the album out?
Yeah.
If it succeeds, it throws off your track list. If it fails, now people are talking about the album that isn't that good and that could tarnish the excitement of the tour. Use the excitement of the tour to build the hype for the album that you drop the second after the tour is done.
Yeah.
I think the album drops during the tour.
Nah.
I do.
I think that he kind of confirmed that it can't.
Yeah. He said he'll have to miss some dates or finish the tour and then the album. So he basically just told you the album's not coming.
Now, here's the question. Does he, because I think right now he's only toured America and North America.
I believe so. Yeah, I don't think he did international.
So he's gonna do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Might not. He might not. Not everybody tours internationally every single yeah.
It seems crazy to pass up that money.
Yeah, it just feels like there's just so much money to be made from it.
I mean, or he could remix it a little bit once the new album drops, and
Or-
then now add some of the new
Yes,
songs just to
exactly.
give it,
And then now he almost created a reason for people to go see him internationally.
yeah.
Like American fans to even be like, yo, I'm flying to blah, blah, blah to go check him. Because he has, songs from the new album
Yeah,
on it.
and I bet you on the new album, he'll probably have a few UK, European, African artists. So now when he does the international tour, now they're all popping into those shows and creating more excitement. So that's why you have this shit with Central C that just dropped. That's buzzing right now. So when he goes to London and they do that on the radar shit, that shit is gonna go off. Yeah.
Also, his dates only go up to October 7th, so yeah, he'll probably wait.
Yeah.
Because right now he said that he's dropping when? October 6th?
Or he might line it up with the OVO shit, which then that would be like crazy energy.
That makes even more sense.
Yeah.
Like OVO Fest is in October, right? So of course you're gonna drop it around then, and then you do the big festival in Toronto, and then you play some of it at the festival. Like all this makes perfect
That's
sense.
what Kev was saying. Dropping in September actually seems so crazy. You have to drop in October. OVO, you
and
have
if
to.
that's by design, that's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's clever.
That's genius.
Yeah.
That everybody's talking about it for months before it comes out. By the time it finally comes out, you're so fucking hyped. Yeah, this is
I bet you there'll be a lot of international artists on this album.
on this album,
Yeah, the one coming out.
like Burna Boy.
Yeah, like
That'd
Burna
be
Boy,
fire.
Central
Central
C,
C,
like,
yeah.
yeah.